Thank you very much, Debbie Palmer of the DFID. And I will then quickly move on to the World Bank country rep in Nigeria, Mr. Rashid Ben Masood.
Your Excellencies, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, Your Excellencies, Royal Majesties, Executive Governors, Honorable Ministers, Senior Government Officials, distinguished VIPs, development partners, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocol duly observed. I am delighted to be here today to contribute to this discussion on the critical importance of investing in human capital in Nigeria. I think we could start by the question is why Nigeria matters. Nigeria has 1/5 of the population of the sub-Saharan Africa and is projected to become the third most populous country in the world. Nigeria has also one of the largest population of youth in the world. The fact is the battle against poverty in Africa and the world cannot be won unless there is progress in poverty reduction in Nigeria. Consider this. More than half of Nigeria's population lives below the poverty line, which is 1/3 of the sub-Saharan poor population and over 1/10 of the global poverty headcount ratio. In addition, a prosperous and stable Nigeria also means a large market for goods, services, and knowledge for the region and for many smaller countries in West Africa in particular. Many of us here in this room would agree that Nigeria's biggest asset is not its oil, but its people. But for Nigeria to capitalize on its youth, which represent more than half of its population, significant investment must be made in human capital. Building human capital is a clear path to ending extreme poverty. Rapid changes in demography, fragility, and technology impose even a greater pressure and urgency. Human capital investment must be scaled up now to prevent setbacks to global growth, equality, resilience, and stability. Therefore, the government of Nigeria should be commended for making investment in people one of the key pillars of its economic recovery and growth plan. Its vision for a healthy, educated, productive, and resilient population is ambitious but necessary to ensure Nigeria can be a regional leader and can compete in the economies of the future. However, higher rate of maternal and child mortality, barriers to schooling, and low-quality public service still obstruct rapid human capital accumulation and growth. The government has set bold goals for building human capital in 3 areas for Nigeria's future. First, the health and welfare of mothers and children. Second, skills and jobs for youth and adults. And third, access to services and finance. The first area, investing in wealth and welfare of poor and mother children. Every year, Nigeria loses about 900,000 children and women of childbearing age. This makes the country the second largest contributor to under 5 and maternal mortality in the world. 40% or more of children in Nigeria under 5 of age suffer chronic malnutrition. By aiming to cut under 5 mortality by half and reducing wasting by 50%, Nigeria will ensure its program have a lifelong positive impact on the physical and cognitive growth of its youth and ultimately the productive activity of its citizens. On the second area of skills for productivity and inclusion, Nigeria has the highest number of out-of-school children of primary age in the world. The learning level of those that do attend school are alarming. The World Bank recently launched 2018 the World Development Report shows that only 19% of the primary completers can read compared to 80% in Tanzania. The focus is to focus on investment in education, training needs, on the development of a balanced skills development system, focusing both on youth that are currently in the education system and the stock of working age illiterate adults. Human capital and financing and services is essential. Financing through increased domestic revenue mobilization is to create the fiscal space for the government to plan investment in human capital. In addition, mobilizing private sector financing for infrastructure investment can help create the needed space for social expenditures such as social safety net, health, and education. In the immediate future, Nigeria can build on its past success to make dramatic progress on eradicating polio, increasing routine immunization, reducing malaria, and decreasing the number of out-of-school children. Other human capital challenges require sustained long-term effort by all stakeholders to achieve lasting outcome and transform the life of the people. Your Excellencies, Executive Governors, as leaders in your state, we know that you carry the immense and gratifying responsibility of ensuring that your citizens have means to access their right to the basic health and education required to live a productive life. As development partner, we would welcome the opportunity to participate in a platform to continue this discussion forward and to develop a how-to roadmap to meet the urgent human capital needs of Nigeria. We stand ready to provide both our analytical and financial support to Nigeria's human capital agenda. Thank you very much.